If you're a man and you're not building muscle right now, you're out of shape, your physique isn't changing, you are falling behind. Because nowadays, it's a bare minimum to get jacked. If you're not in shape, you're gonna be left behind, your confidence is gonna dip, energy isn't gonna be there, you're gonna feel invisible. When you walk in a crowd, nobody's gonna even pay attention to you. That feeling should piss you off and should scare you. Because if you don't change, your day-to-day life is never gonna change as well. You're gonna be continuing to be stuck at this level that you're at right now. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what you need to do to turn your life around to make sure you have an extraordinary physique with extraordinary levels of confidence so you can attract maybe your dream wife in the future. Who knows? But I'm telling you right now, you will feel a million times better. And if you don't, you just can't. I'm telling you, you don't have the option not to be jacked. When you build muscle, everything changes. Not just your looks, your confidence, your discipline, the way you can be productive, the way you can get work done. But really, it's about when somebody looks at you, the first thing they see is your physique. So it's a sign of discipline. When you look good, you get instant respect. Right now, if you're 40 pounds overweight, sorry to break it to you, you're not going to get that instant respect, and you know this. You know that. When you go to the beach but you're shredded in shape, it just makes it so much easier to go up to that girl, to approach her. It's already hard as it is, right? But when you're out of shape, it makes it 10 times harder. It makes 10 times harder to do any sort of activity, sprinting. If you want to have the energy one day where you can actually play a sport with your kid, it's going to take some energy there. It's going to take some energy to be an extraordinary guy. Because I know you guys don't want to be just average. No, that's not why you clicked on this video. But you know what it's going to take? It's going to take an extraordinary amount of consistency. So that's going to be the number one thing you have to have, consistency. But not only consistency, because there's plenty of guys that are consistent in the gym, but they still don't get results. You know why? They don't apply a program, they don't apply progressive overload, and they don't have amazing habits either. It's just typical. It makes sense. If you're not eating like a fucking god, you're eating something that is filled with chemicals, processed food. And now I'm not saying you have to completely cut it out, but you definitely should be limiting it. You should be definitely drinking the alcohol, limiting the alcohol you drink. And well, that could be one of the reasons why you are holding yourself back right now, because you could be eating clean throughout the week, and when the weekend comes around, when it's Friday night and everybody wants to go to the bars, are you gonna be the guy that can control himself? Are you gonna be able to say no to one less drink, or maybe are you gonna be able to prepare for it? Are you gonna be able to limit your carbs, eat a little less before you drink, and then not overeat and have a couple drinks, not 5, 10, 20 drinks and get blackout drunk? Are you going to be able to control yourself and then immediately, instead of being hungover, you get back on track, you hit the gym the next day? Or are you going to take another day off and then take it easy because, you're tired, you need a rest day, you can't do it? Oh, and then it's a whole fucking cycle that you're in. See, this is why it has to be changed now. Because if you don't change now, when is it ever going to change? It was a lot easier when we were in high school. We were always active. We were always doing a sport, moving around. Now that you're older, metabolism is slowing down. You don't want to use that as an excuse, though. The main reason why it's a lot harder to be in shape is because you've got so much stress. You've got so much shit on your plate. That's one thing. And cortisol, that makes it a lot harder to lose fat. But it's also just the fact that you're not moving around a lot. You're not doing a sport, and maybe the gym is all the exercise you get if you go right now. So what you need to be doing is adding in activity all around your life. Because if you don't, you're never going to get in that shape like you were in high school. And just because you're older doesn't mean you can't get that body again. You did it then, you can do it now. You just have to do the same things that you were doing back then that got you there. And you have to find out what's holding you back. What are the habits? Is it the drinking at the bars? Is it the extra slices of pizza that you keep ordering takeout? How many times a week are you ordering takeout, bro? Imagine if instead of that, you could get a meal prep service like Factor, or just actually get good food like ground beef, eggs. Start having eggs every morning. Start cooking up ground beef every single fucking day. And then you would see the changes in your physique. But if you keep telling yourself, oh, it's fine, I've got balance, you don't need fucking balance. Maybe a tiny bit, but balance doesn't get you extreme results. And you need extreme results right now. If I was fat, and I've been fat before, I've been 200 pounds, just pretty chubby, had muscle, but it pissed me off. Every time I looked in the mirror, I had that urgency to change. So you have to have so much urgency if you truly want to change. You can't avoid the scale, you can't avoid the mirror, you can't avoid any of this stuff, guys. You got to hold yourself accountable. Yourself. No, not your father, not your teacher, not your mother. No, you. You're the fucking man. So you need to set limits on yourself. Is that going to be going to bed at 10 p.m.? Yeah. Does that sound fucking gay? Maybe a little bit. Going to bed at 10 p.m.? Well, your mom's not going to do it for you. You have to do it for you. You have to sleep 8 hours if you want to actually be productive and to actually look and feel your best. So start setting limits on yourself. If you're just going with the flow, going into the gym, and then you go to Google some sort of workout, and every time it's random, you're just doing random exercises, random things here, randomly waking up, sleeping in, randomly drinking here, and then eating clean. No, bro, there's no structure. You need structure in your life, because without structure, you're going to feel lost. You're going to feel confused, and you're not going to be fulfilling yourself. You're not going to be living with purpose and with passion. I just really want to make it clear for you to understand the options you have. And I guess you have to ask yourself, are you willing to make the sacrifices to overall just reach the other side, reach your maximum potential? See how great it could be? Because aren't you tired of the day-to-day habits and routine, the feeling you get waking up fucking tired and exhausted, just being drained, dragging yourself throughout the day? That could all be changed. And one of the reasons why you feel like that is your testosterone. You might have low testosterone. If that's what you feel like, you're so sluggish, tired every single day. Work feels hard. No, work should feel easy, and that's what testosterone can do. So you should be aiming to improve your testosterone. When you wake up, you should be setting your circadian rhythm, getting sunlight, getting a little bit of movement in, going for a walk, and then improving your sleep. Because if you don't, and you look at blue light in the morning, cortisol off the charts, and cortisol is terrible. It's the stress hormone, terrible for your sleep, terrible for building muscle, losing fat. Let's be honest, we all started going to the gym to try and attract a girl, right? So when you get in shape and you do attract that girl, bro, you feel like a Greek god. Your ego is off the charts. And that's one thing you want to have as a man. So optimize for that. Use that as a motivation. Use that because everybody gets motivated during the summer. But what happens if you get a girl and take off your shirt and you look down and she asks, why is it squishy? Because that is exactly what happened to me. She said, why is it squishy? Why is it squishy? Why do you have a squishy stomach? Why is there not a six-pack there? And that will fucking feel terrible. But imagine if you took off your shirt and the girl said, holy shit, you look shredded. You look really good, by the way. That's what I've gotten told. That's what happened when I got jacked. And now I can't go back. I don't ever want to go back. Because when I look at both sides, the guy who's fat, out of shape, lazy, and I go to the other side, the guy who's confident, jacked, in shape, getting compliments, nothing feels better than that. So that's the reason why you need to change now. You're just missing out, and you have to think about all the things you're missing out on. What's the point of waiting another day where you're not living the life that you want to live? You're a man. You have the ability to choose that. You could wake up and say, I want to change now. You're the leader. You need to be acting like the leader and have the physique of the leader to feel truly complete and just actually love your day-to-day life. So if you want to do that, if you want a step-by-step process, full blueprint, a full plan tailored to you, your needs, apply for coaching, link in my bio, or DM me on Instagram. I've got even more value showing everything you need to know, routines, habits, meal plans, guides. All of that is on my Instagram. If you want a guide there, shoot me a DM and message me on Instagram, Bro Tag. All right, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Like and subscribe. Let's go.